Upon making contact, that individual fled briefly on foot, withdrew a firearm, and fired in the direction of our agents and officers. They returned fire and engaged. That individual was hit.
Another major security scare has hit Donald Trump's presidency as tensions with Iran continue to soar. A U.S. Secret Service officer shot and injured an armed man near the Washington Monument on May 4th after the suspect opened fire on agents. The exchange of gunfire also left a juvenile bystander wounded, though authorities say the child's injuries are not life-threatening. The incident began when Secret Service officers noticed a suspicious individual who appeared to be carrying a firearm near the monument. When uniformed Secret Service police approached, the man ran and then started shooting at the agents, prompting them to return fire. Investigators are probing whether the gunman may have been trying to reach a White House entry point earlier in the day before being intercepted. The suspect is believed to be a 45-year-old man with previous residential ties to Maryland and Texas, according to early law enforcement reporting. He was shot in the torso by Secret Service fire and taken to a local hospital, where he is reported to be in stable condition. Despite the shooting, Trump later spoke at an event in the White House's East Room after reports of the gunfire near the monument. Shortly before the incident, Vice President J.D. Vance's motorcade had passed through the same area where the shooting took place. This latest scare comes just days after a separate incident in which a man allegedly tried to assassinate Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Approximately 3:30 this afternoon, our plainclothes officers and agents that consistently patrol the outer perimeter of the White House complex identified a suspicious individual that appeared to have a firearm. They called in support from our marked uniformed Secret Service police to make contact with that individual. Upon making contact, that individual fled briefly on foot, withdrew a firearm, and fired in the direction of our agents and officers. They returned fire and engaged. That individual was hit. He's since been transported to the hospital. I have no comments on his condition. I can tell you that at least one, we believe only one, bystander was hit by the suspect. That individual is a juvenile, did not sustain any life-threatening injuries, but he's also receiving treatment at the hospital. Point out that not long before this shooting occurred, the Vice President's motorcade did transit through this area. The investigation itself, in terms of the use of force in the shooting, will be conducted by Metropolitan Police Department.